Yeah, what's going on here?
Well, it's my birthday. Turning 26 today. I'm also doing a triathlon. Ventura Tri, it's my local race. It's just gonna be fun. Local vibes, ride the bike over from the house. It's so close and have a good time. And I'm making coffee.
On what? What are you making coffee on?
You know, just my balance board. Get a little activation in, be ready for the day. Good way to start the day. Today we're making coastal coffee. We got the Guatemala blend from Coastal Coffee, local roaster Dennis here in Ventura.
Sick.
Super good. Yeah, it's like a medium roast, you know, fair trade, organic, all good stuff. So, just gonna grind up the beans fresh, you know, for the best coffee, and then we're gonna get on the bike and get over to the race.
Let's do it. Introduce yourself.
I'm one of Nate's athletes. He's been training for me for like a year now, and seen great progress, and hoping for the podium today. Maybe even beat Nate.
Oh, it's not gonna happen. Oh, you gotta pay for these.
Arrow.
Aero press. It's really the only way you can make coffee if you're a triathlete, because everything has to be aero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you doing cooking shows next? What's the next move?
When I retire, I'm gonna do maybe a little coffee shop, a little bike themed coffee shop. That's every pro's dream, you know, once they retire. But I'm only 26, so I'm not gonna retire anytime soon. Arrow. Yeah. Beautiful. So this is the bike setup for the race. This is my tri bike. It's about 5 years old, but it's still a rocket ship. It's rim brake, so we'll just start with the front. Only one bottle for the Olympic distance. Got some nutrition in there. I use Scratch high carb mix, get it from the feed. Just sits really well with me. I like the flavor, it's pretty mild. And yeah, doing mechanical shifting, so no electronics. 11 speed, old school, no 12 speed here, Ultegra, you know. Maybe one day we'll upgrade to Durace, but I got this nice disc wheel used from a buddy. Pro tip right here, put a sticker over the cover, but make sure you always pop a hole in it, just like that, because the pressure will change in this little hole and it'll like bubble out. You don't want that, so pop a little hole, reduce the pressure, and you still get that clean look. This is an Element sticker. I have a little bit of Element in my bottle, extra sodium, not sponsored by them. I just really like their product. I use it all the time. You can also get it at the feed. It's just electrolytes, good quality stuff, you know, because you're a high performance athlete and athletes sweat. Yeah, I mean, I got a 1x chain ring, 54 teeth. I'm not Sam Long, unfortunately, so, I mean, if I had his power, I'd probably do him like a 62 tooth, but it's all good, you know, I'm getting there. Got my bento box, you know, 3D printed. Got some gels in there, also from the feed. And I also have my flat kit back here. Hopefully won't have to open that during the race. I'm not gonna race with the tail light. That's just because we're riding over there in the morning. It's a little bit dark, you know, safety first. And these are my rubber bands for doing my shoes up, because just because you're going long doesn't mean you can't have fast transitions. But yeah, other than that, pretty straightforward. Pretty excited. Yeah, I usually don't race on this bike, but usually do the draft legal stuff or some off-road tries, so I'm pretty excited to mix it up on this and see how we go.
So what made you want to use this?
It's such a flat course, you know. Ventura Tri is one of like the fastest Olympic distance triathlons in California. You only have to brake for 2 of the turns. All the other turns, they're super generous, like really gentle turns, so you can just take them flat out. And yeah, pancake flat course. It might be a little windy today, but not too bad. So yeah, TT bike, definitely the choice, I think.
Sick.
Ready to go. Sometimes I go out in public like this. Water rolling out, we got
below that red triangle. You do a right turn, you're gonna come all the way over here. You're gonna do a right turn, and once you get past these flags, that's your first triangle. Then you're gonna start your second triangle.
Let's go, let's go!
Okay.
Woo! You.
See you at the finish, Brandon.
Woo!
Got it. Got the win.
First initial thoughts.
So, it was cold. Like, I was pretty cold the first lap of the bike. Second lap, I felt pretty good. Started to warm up. Third lap, I was like, I may have gone too hard on the second lap, to be honest. I was feeling a little too good. But then hit the run and just running a little slower than I wanted to, but I wanted a negative split, so it's like, it's okay. And then the second lap, my dad's doing the aqua bike, so we have a race. Whoever, if he crosses the swim bike finish line first, or I do the whole triathlon first. And I think I beat him, so that was my motivation, second lap. And I friggin' negative split that run, and I pushed all the way to the end, so.
Sick.
It was good, it was fun, yeah. This is my dad, let's get him.
Go, Dad! Go, Dad! Go, 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 go!
Come on, Dad! Yeah! That was close. That was less than 2 minutes. That was less than 2 minutes, so. Oh man, if I didn't negative split that, he would have got the house W. Looks like he's buying In and Out today. It was close though. If I didn't negative split the run, I think he would have got it.
You have a good day?
Yeah, it was good. It was a little cold at the start.
Yeah, I struggled with that swim. Yeah. And then how was that last buoy?
Impossible to find, dude.
Well, all the people were just like,
Yeah.
whoosh. I was like, oh crap, where are they? And
That
I
was
was like,
crazy. Waterfall racing, it's a bank. It's a waterfall bank. They have like a pro team and an age group team. So at pro races, if I get on the podium, I get a little bonus check.
Sweet.
So when I did the Xterra in Oman, I was third, so they sent me a check in the mail. The podium bonus, it was nice. On top of the prize money, it really helps out. So yeah.
Very nice.
So that helped make the trip a little more affordable, get a little extra cash. So that was good. Yeah!
He's right behind you!
Got the big cheer coming across that line today.
Alright, ready guys? And nice.
And Nathan
Let's go!
I took him off just for this.
Nathan, where you at? Yep. We're close. And then go over there and get your picture taken.
Hey, pop it. Pop it.
Wants a shot too.
Okay.
Open it up.
All right, those are your super.
Good at this.
What just happened?
We just, Seal got 3rd place overall, first triathlon.
Yeah, that's my first triathlon.
Congrats.
Thank you.
End it. You want to end it here?
We'll end it with cinnamon rolls at home.
Okay. As we were riding, what were you thinking going into it?
So the morning was really chill. I love this race because I get to ride my bike from my house to the transition area. I think this is the only race I really get to do that. So it's just a really cool vibe that way, and it's like the roads I ride on every single day almost. So it was just super relaxed. It was fun rolling out with my dad and with Cameron, and yeah, it was just chill. I was pretty happy. It was really windy though. So,
It was.
we were riding over there. I think you'll see it in the video. It was super windy, but that was like, that's okay. I don't really mind the wind too much, but because of the high winds, I don't know if you'll be able to tell in the video, but it was pretty choppy, so they couldn't put the big buoys out there for the swim. They had to put these little tiny white ones because the big ones would just blow away in the wind. And it's like the Pacific Ocean, so obviously it's big. You know, your buoy's blowing away. So
Right.
it was really hard to sight for those small tiny buoys in my swim warm-up. First off, the water was super cold. It rained a little bit last night, so I think that made the water a bit colder. And yeah, it was just hard to see those buoys, but I was just like, everyone's got to do it. I knew since it was a 2-lap swim, I was going to be passing a lot of people on the second lap, and it was going to be carnage. I did get breaststroke kicked in the chest by someone, which is fine, you know. It wasn't intentional, but yeah, the swim warm-up was okay. I don't really do too well in the cold, but I dried off after my swim warm-up, bounced around a little bit, just tried to keep my hands warm because that's really important. And yeah, I took it out, I guess, in the start of the swim. I'll talk you through the race. And some college guy, I'm guessing, no wetsuit, just jammers, friggin' right up next to me at the start of the first buoy, just thrashing, and he was like just going zigzag kind of thing. It might have been one of his first open water swims, but he was right with me like the first 100 meters. But then he kind of like, he settled down a bit, and the next buoy I took it in the lead, and I just kind of didn't look back after that. It was really hard to find the buoys, but I'm like, everyone's in the same boat, so I just tried the best I could. And yeah, I exited the water. I didn't really look back. I didn't know how big the gap was, but I knew I was the first one out of the water. I had people there giving me splits, and I was just happy to be done with it because it was so cold, man. I was freezing at the end.
So after the swim, you get out of the water, you're first.
Mm-hmm.
What were you thinking after that?
I was just happy to be done. Yeah, I was just trying to have a smooth transition. I put on socks because it was cold, and it was like, it's just a local race, so there wasn't a ton of like time pressure. So I put on socks to like warm up my feet, but it was really hard to get them on because my hands were like close to being numb. But once I started like running out of the transition area, like my legs felt pretty good, and I hopped on the bike and I was just like, let's go for it. So yeah, I think I was in a pretty positive mindset just because I was done with the swim, and I was just like,
Right.
that's solid ground. The first lap, my power was super low, and I couldn't really push that hard because I was just really cold. Like my body felt cold, and it was a lot windier today than I was expecting. But then by the second lap, I started to warm up, and it's like a 3-loop course. So you bike out, and then you do 3 loops, and you bike back. The second loop, I looked, and it was faster than the first one. And then the third loop was about the same as the second one, maybe like 10 seconds slower. But the wind kind of shifted, I think, because it just felt different. And also, because it was the third loop, everyone was out there. So people were passing, and then I was passing, people passing. So I think that maybe was what slowed me down a little bit. Was just there's so many people out there, and because I don't know, I think there was like 500 people doing this race.
Oh,
so
man.
It's like a pretty big local
Right,
race. But
right.
I got into transition area. I grabbed my watch so I can see my pace and stuff, and I just like
my legs didn't feel great at the start of the run. I was running a little bit slower than what my kind of target pace was for the race, but I was just like, it's okay. Maybe I'll like warm up into it, you know, because it was still pretty cold, and like I said, like the cold just saps me, just saps my energy. So I'm just like, let's just try a negative split. It's a 2-lap course, so it's a perfect course to try a negative split. So I just did the first 5K and then lapped my watch at the turnaround, and then I was starting to feel a little bit better. And I looked down, the pace was a little faster, and it was actually a little bit faster than what my goal pace was. So I negative split the second 5K, which was cool. And the thing that really motivated me, because I saw the turnaround, I had the lead kind of in the bag, but there's 2 things that motivated me. Yesterday, Sam Long in St. George just smashed himself on the run, even though he was like in the lead the whole time. He just destroyed himself and ran incredibly fast. It was amazing, even though he was just like all by himself the whole time. So I was like, I want to be like that. Like I want to just like smash myself, you know, and just see what I could do. And then also my dad was doing the aqua bike and he's getting back in shape, so we kind of had a little race going on if I could finish the triathlon before he finished the Olympic distance aqua bike. So I was like, dude, I gotta beat my dad.
Right.
So that last kilometer, I hadn't seen him yet, and I'm just like, I gotta smash it. So I smashed it. I ended up finishing just barely ahead of my dad. So I think if I didn't negative split, I think he would have beat me.
Right.
But
so it's only like what, a couple minutes?
Yeah,
if that.
less than 2.
Less than 2, yeah.
Because he started a little bit after me in the swim, so it was probably less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was super motivating. Super competitive. But yeah.
What is this? What, 3-peat? You're saying?
Yeah, I guess I won it the last 2 years, so this is my 3rd year in a row winning it. And it's special because it's my birthday. I got my birthday cinnamon rolls. And I just love talking to people in transition area. There was one guy who, it was his first triathlon, same rack as me. He's training for an Ironman, I think Ironman Lake Placid. And he was like asking me some questions before the race. And I was giving him hopefully some helpful tips. And his hands were freezing, so I like gave him my gloves before the start of the race. He was like, oh, thank you, man. It was really cool. And then, yeah, it was just fun. And like seeing people I bike with on the weekends sometimes, people from the pool. It's just like, my doctor, he does triathlons. So I saw Eric, the doctor, out there, gave him a high five on the run. So I just love like the local race vibe. It's so cool. What's a good last question?
A good last question?
Yeah.
What's next?
I just took a huge bite. Okay, so what's next for me? I don't know. I'm going to talk to my coach about how the race went and stuff. I'm just trying to really build my run. I know my run isn't quite where it needs to be competitive at like pro level racing. I've been really working on my swim, and I think my swim's improved a lot, and I'm trying to maintain my bike fitness. So yeah, just go back to training, you know, put in the work. I'm not really sure what my next races are, but I think there'll be a couple at the end of the season, so we'll see.
We're mid-year now.
Yeah,
so.
mid-year, so yeah, we'll see. It's a long season. There's so many races this year, so I don't know. But just follow me on Instagram. That's where you can find out.
Instagram, what is it?
It's NateF on Insta. YouTube as well. Yeah, subscribe if you want. You don't have to. I don't know how many videos I'll make, but this was fun. So yeah, see you guys.